In today's video, we're making MOSAIC barrettes. These one-of-a-kind hair accessories make such a statement. Use your favorite MOSAIC material or mix it up. And the best part? They're a super quick mosaic project that you can make in less than an hour. Let's get to it. Welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Julie. And on this channel, we talk about tips, tricks, tools, adhesives, materials, and specific mosaic projects, all to shorten your learning curve when it comes to creating mosaic art. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please consider subscribing. I've had a love of hair accessories since I was a little girl, whether it was a fancy ponytail holder or a barrette. I loved having a little something special in my hair. Hair accessories have remained popular for as long as I can remember, and having a customizable barrette in your hair is quite the conversation starter. Whether you need a barrette to keep the hair out of your face, or you're just looking for a little something special to complete your look, the barrettes I'll show you today are super easy and truly one of a kind. I'm talking quick tiling time, and I opted not to grout the pieces, although you certainly can. I just chose not to, and I'll explain why later in the video, but we'll also talk about grouting in case you do want to grout your barrettes. But they're quick, fun, and so easy to create that you could make one for yourself and many more to give as gifts, all in a matter of an hour or two. And you can create a casual or more sophisticated design depending on the materials you use. So in today's video, I'll show you how I tiled 6 mosaic barrettes, including mixed media, vitreous glass, and Smalti with ceramic. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. Before we get started with the tiling, let's talk a minute about the substrates. I did choose 2 different styles of substrates because I wanted to highlight 2 different types of tiling. First up are these silver barrettes, which are also known as barrette blanks. They're all metal and feature 5 openings or bezels where you can add your mosaic work. They also come in gold, rose gold, antique bronze, and copper, just to name a few. Now keep in mind the bezels are not very deep. They're about 1/16 of an inch. Right? I said they weren't very deep. Each bezel is 7/16 inches in diameter. So it's not very big, but I think you'll see you can still do a lot with it. The second style are these tortoiseshell rectangular bar-shaped barrettes. They're actually kind of cute, and I felt bad about covering them up with TESSERAE, but I didn't feel that bad. The area of the barrettes where I'll tile is made of plastic, and it measures 2 7/8 inches long by 7/16 inches wide. Now I decided to go with 2 different styles of barrettes so that you could see a design that's self-contained in a bezel and a design that has no sides, so to speak. And we'll talk more about that a little later in the video. So now that we've gone over the substrates, I think we're ready to start tiling. I'll include a list down below in the description for all of the substrates, materials, adhesives, and tools that I use in today's video in case you'd like to make some mosaic barrettes of your own. I'll quickly go over the materials and tiling of each barrette, and I'll include some tips and tricks along the way. For the adhesive, I used Epoxy Sculpt exclusively for all of the barrettes. And I did this because I was using a variety of materials, some of which needed building up. Plus, the Epoxy Sculpt does an excellent job of keeping teeny tiny pieces in place. It grips the substrate tight, and there's no sinking of the TESSERAE. If you're not familiar with Epoxy Sculpt, I recently did a video here on the channel all about how to use Epoxy Sculpt in your mosaic, and I'll include a link down below in the description so you can check it out. Another great adhesive to use if you're working with materials that are pretty much all the same height would be Weld Bond. Now, Weld Bond is a white glue that dries clear and has a great hold for the type of substrates I'm using in this video. Weld Bond would work perfectly with the bezel style barrettes. It may give you a little bit of a challenge with the tortoise shell barrettes because they do have a little bit of a curved shape to them, and it's going to be kind of hard to contain the materials, but it's still possible. But like I said, I am using a variety of thicknesses of materials, and the epoxy sculpt worked beautifully, allowing me to build up the pieces that were thinner. For the first barrette, I went dumpster diving in my cut-off stash of glass rods, stained glass, vitreous glass, Smalti, and glass tile. If you've watched a few videos here on my channel, you know that I encourage you to save any cut-off pieces of TESSERAE for small projects like these barrettes. So I dumped out all of my cut-off stash and started going through the teeny tiny pieces of TESSERAE. The design for these two barrettes is a rainbow theme, although I don't have any red in the barrettes, so it's kind of an incomplete rainbow, I guess, but let's go with it. I actually ended up making two of this design because I loved it so much and wanted to keep one for myself. So I got to work going through my cutoff stash, picking out pieces that would work. I wanted a nice mix of materials even though the bezels are quite small. I did need to make minor cuts to some of the TESSERAE in order to get them to fit in the small space. Because the barrettes came in a pack of 10, I decided to tile all the colors in each of the barrettes first without any adhesive. I wanted to make sure everything fit before I glued down the TESSERAE. The main reason I did it this way was because epoxy sculpt has a limited working window, so I wanted the adhesive to be fresh and super pliable once I was ready to adhere the teeny tiny TESSERAE. Once I was happy with the tiling of both barrettes, I mixed up a batch of epoxy sculpt and smoothed it into the bezel openings in an empty barrette. I'm smoothing it on using a handy mini spatula tool. Next, I transferred all of the TESSERAE to the barrettes with the adhesive. At times during this process, I did need to make further cuts to the TESSERAE, but it was minor. I'll include a list down below in the description of all of the substrates, materials, tools, and adhesive that I'm using in today's video in case you'd like to create some mosaic barrettes of your own. The next barrette is a very simple design. I'm doing a pink and purple ombre. I picked out 5 colors of vitreous glass and got to work cutting down the pieces into circles using my wheeled glass nippers. If you need to, you can place a tile over the bezel and use a permanent marker to draw a circle for how you would cut the tile. Or you can just start cutting by taking your wheeled glass nippers and nipping off the corners of the tile and then start shaping the TESSERAE. You would do this by cutting in between the corners that you just nipped off. At first I was going to cut the vitreous into teeny tiny pieces, but once I saw the uncut circles in place in the bezels, I really liked how they looked, so I kept them uncut. I did need to grind down a couple rough edges of the TESSERAE, and you can do this with a sanding stone or an electric grinder. I recently did a video here on the channel all about how to use a sanding stone or grinding stone in your mosaic work, and I'll include a link down below in the description so you can check it out. If instead of using vitreous glass, you'd prefer to use perfectly round pieces of stained glass, ceramic, or porcelain, then you could use the method that I shared in a previous video where I used a drill to cut out round pieces of TESSERAE. It's super easy and quite addicting actually. So I'll include a link down below in the description to that video in case you'd like to check it out. This barrette design is more about your cutting skills than your tiling skills. And now, as you can see, there's a little wiggle room between the TESSERAE and the bezel edge, but I like that, and the adhesive will fill it in a little more. The third barrette is also in the bezel style, and the design is black and white using vitreous glass. Again, this is a simple design. I got started cutting black vitreous glass into 2 circles using my wheeled glass nippers. I did need to grind down the edges to get them nice and smooth. Next, I cut the white vitreous glass into small random shapes and I placed them within the bezels. Once I was happy with the design, I filled the bezels of an empty barrette with the epoxy sculpt and started transferring the tile from one barrette to the other. Okay, moving on to the bar style barrettes. This first one will combine various shades of green Smalti along with metallic gold ceramic. I got started cutting the TESSERAE using my wheeled glass nippers. I cut the Smalti and ceramic into rectangles and squares of different sizes. Next, I got started laying out the Smalti and ceramic on a tray next to the barrette. This was just to give me an idea of width as I was laying out my design. Once I was happy with the placement of the pieces, I smoothed on epoxy sculpt to the barrette substrate and got to work with tiling directly onto the substrate. Because the metallic gold ceramic was so much thinner than the Smalti, I made sure to build them up so that everything was at the same surface level or tile level. The next barrette involves neutral creams and beiges, and again, the metallic gold ceramic. I got started by cutting down the Smalti and ceramic in exactly the same way as the previous barrette, using my wheeled glass nippers. And again, I cut the TESSERAE into rectangles and squares of different sizes. I went about the tiling process exactly the same as the previous barrette, by laying out the tiles on a tray and making sure that they would fit on the barrette first. Then once I was happy with the design, I smoothed on a fresh batch of epoxy sculpt onto the barrette and got to work with tiling on the substrate. And again, because the metallic gold ceramic was so much thinner than the Smalti, I made sure to build them up so that everything was at the same surface or tile level. And last but not least, we have one more bar style barrette. This one features Smalti in red and yellow, or as I like to call it, garnet and gold. Those of you who don't follow college team colors, you may not know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, Julie, what are you talking about? But those of you who know garnet and gold, oh yeah. Again, I went about this barrette in the same way as the previous two, by first cutting the Smalti into rectangles and squares of various sizes, and then I started designing on a tray next to the barrette. Once I was happy with the design, I smoothed on the epoxy sculpt onto the barrette and got started tiling onto the substrate. Now, as you can see from all three of the bar style barrettes, they are pretty much a color block design. The squares and rectangles fit nicely together and work really well on this long, thin substrate. And now that all of the tiling is done, I'll let all 6 barrettes sit here and fully cure for 24 hours. I'll include a list down below in the description for all of the substrates, materials, tools, and adhesive that I used in today's video in case you'd like to make some MOSAIC barrettes of your own. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I chose not to grout these barrettes, and I'll tell you a few reasons why. First, I'm dealing with such small spaces, especially on the bezel barrettes. There's just not a lot of space in between the TESSERAE. And sometimes grout has a way of muddying things up. And with being such a small space with teeny tiny pieces, I didn't want to risk that. Plus, I used silver gray epoxy sculpt, which in certain places of the barrettes, you can see it through the TESSERAE. And it adds a bit of a grout-like look to the barrettes. Now, if you do decide to grout your barrettes, I would encourage you to tape up the areas that won't be grouted using painter's tape. Just cover them up. And because these spaces are so small, I would encourage you to use unsanded grout. And there you have it, 6 adorable barrette designs featuring all kinds of glass and ceramic. They're totally customizable to your favorite colors or outfit. And you can whip up a batch in no time. Question of the day, let me know down in the comments if you've ever made MOSAIC barrettes, and if so, what materials did you use? I would love to hear. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up as it really does help my channel, and subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell notification so you never miss a single upload, and let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like me to cover in a future video. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello. We've got a lot to cover. Nope. Before we get to nope. Here we go. How to use a grinding stone or nope. What am I doing? Nope. Do it again. If you're looking for more MOSAIC inspiration, you can check out one of these 2 videos. Until then, see ya. All right. Bye. Thank you.